Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Monster news to talk about. From a brand new live action movie being in the works as we speak, to first looks at the brand new Potion minis, the new Pride comic, and more, so stay tuned and let's get into it and subscribe. By the way, we just hit 20k subscribers, which is insane. Thank you so much to everyone who's been along for the ride and subscribe today to be a part of the cutie family. Anyways, let's get into our first story, which is the new Potion minis. So we had our first real life look at Spectra in a previous video, and now we have a first look at all of the other ghouls. Here these pictures are by Paul's Mart. I guess they already sell them. I'm not quite sure where these are available. I've seen people say that you can get them on Amazon US, so I guess try your luck. If you're looking for the links, your best bet is to search, again, I guess, Mart, and if not, youlove.com. They usually have links. But the minis are all like candy themed. They have like drippy designs on their clothing, and the hair is like kind of like transparent. Here we have a close-up of Lagunas by Girlies and Ghouls, and we also have close-ups of Draculaura's mini by Chasing That Monster High on Instagram. So yeah, they all look really fun, but I have to say they do give me like just Happy Meal vibes. Like they don't really give me like I think they cost like $10 or something, so they're kind of expensive, and it's just a figure. So yeah, Mattel loves to do these like color reveal things, like with Barbie color reveal, Disney Princess, and now they've done it with Monster High. But it's just a figure. There's nothing to undress or pose about them, and even the pixelation and the paint job on the hair is kind of sloppy. So yeah, I don't know if I would recommend these at the full price point unless you're like really into them. I would get them personally myself, but again, they're just too expensive. I would get them if they're like cheaper, and it would just also be easier if you could actually tell which one you're getting, because these are kind of blind, so you're not really actually sure who you're getting, which sucks, because again, you're paying money. These figures as they are not even like amazing, and then on top of it all, you can't even choose which one you're getting, so kind of sucks. So yeah, I think the design, like the idea was cute, but like the execution isn't all there, so unfortunately not like a perfect not perfectly done. Now moving on, we have more pages of the brand new Monster High Pride comic book. Now it's already June, so happy Pride Month, by the way. And it seems that this comic book is now available on the IW Publishing website, or really like on their caption, they just said that you can basically get this comic book like at any local comic book store near you. So if you know of a place that sells comic books, it's very likely that they have this new comic book already, or they might get it in hand sometime June. I don't know a comic book store, but I'll look around near me where I live, because I would definitely love to get this comic book. It just looks really fun. We have obviously two main stories here, one with Spelden, who we have never seen before, and Valentine, and then the other story revolves around Toralei and Claudine being a couple. And then we do have some subplots with Ghoulia, etc. So it just all looks really fun, and I would love to get it. And the artwork looks amazing. I just think the stories look really fun and really like just heartwarming and sweet. Perfect for Pride Month. So I think if you are a fan, especially because Spelden, he's a new character. We've never seen him before. This is his brand new it's his debut in this, as a character, with his design fully like rendered, everything. So it's just so fun to see him finally come to fruition, and here he is. So yeah, this comic book looks really fun. Speaking of Pride, Monster High on Instagram actually shared this brand new reel showing us Toralei and Claudine just talking about Pride Month, and like how it's important to just be you, be yourself, be unique, be yourself, be a monster. here, right? So it's a really short little, it's a really fun little short reel that they shared. And more importantly, it really just confirms to us that Claudine and Toralei are seriously an item. They are a couple. I mean, literally, they were holding pride flags and wearing suits and top hats and wearing full on like pride rainbow outfits. To me, this reveal announcement, I guess, kind of feels similar to what Bratz did when they announced that Nevra and Roxy were a couple. You know, it gives me that same kind of, you know, vibe where it's just like, you know, it's like no big deal, but it's kind of a big deal because like a major, you know, corporation like Mattel has just announced a, you know, openly, you know, queer relationship in one of their established and very successful IP, like Monster High and Bratz. Like it's kind of like a big deal. And even if this is like G1 alumni, so it's like more catered towards an adult audience in the first place, it's still kind of like a big deal because obviously this means that they are not gonna beat around the bush. They're like very clear about Toralei and Claudine's relationship now being a couple. So I hope that they actually use this for future, you know, releases as well. Maybe we'll get like a date 2-pack, holiday edition. You know, who knows? I just feel like this opens up so many doors and opportunities for even more queer representation. Like, what if we get a Spelden and Valentine 2-pack? Like, wouldn't that just be amazing? I mean, ooh, okay, that would be really fun. But yeah, this reel just, yeah, it really blew me away. Like, I was not expecting it, and just especially like right now, obviously in Pride Month, like it really is important, and I'm just happy Mattel did it. They were like, yeah, we're unabashedly just doing this. We're announcing them as a couple right now, and it's no big deal. Next up, here we have some news for a upcoming brand new G3 doll line called Monster High Buried Secrets. Now, previously it was called Monster Secrets, and now we know that it's actually going to be called Monster High, you know, Buried Secrets, or Monster High Buried Secrets. I'm not sure if it's a typo or if it's like part of the name, but basically this is going to be very similar to what Barbie color reveal is all about. Basically, they're going to be in like a tube. The dolls are going to be very basic, and they're going to come with some accessories, and the price is going to be $14.99. It's not confirmed here to be like a water activated reveal feature gimmick, but from the description and the price point and the accessories, they do seem to be like a more lower priced budget doll line. 4 characters in this line will be included, so let's see what they actually end up looking like, and if they do have the, you know, like color reveal gimmick, which again to me wouldn't surprise me. Like, I feel like that just, again, like it's just so Barbie, like what they did with Barbie, so it makes sense, especially now with the Monster High potions. They had the color reveal as well, so them doing the gimmick with like full-size dolls, it just makes sense to me. And then we also have some more information on the G3 Genifier doll coming next spring. You know, it's about her height, which I'm thinking it's like average height. I don't think she's gonna be taller than Abby or Frankie. So I don't know, let's just see, I guess. Next up, here we have our first look at Draculaura from the Skulltimate Secrets Series 4 Monster Mysteries lineup. That means now that we've seen all 4 already in real life. That's amazing. They all look amazing. And here's Draculaura. She's really cute as well. She's all in pink, obviously, and I love pink, so you know, brownie points already. I don't love her hairstyle. I wish it would have just been straight like with the other ghouls, but oh well. I wish she had bangs, but oh well. But I do like the makeup, the black lipstick. Obviously her fashion pieces like with the other ghouls are really fun and just very mix and matchy, which I love. And of course the accessories also fit in the locker, and I feel like the locker is more reusable as like an actual, you know, storing place. But that's where we get to my main issue with these dolls, is that they're too expensive, 1, and 2, space issue. I don't have enough space to put these lockers in. Like, I don't have a place to put them. Even with the Iridescent series 2 that I got, and I reviewed those actually, if you're interested at all. I just have them stacked in my closet, and they take up so much space. It's insane. So I just feel like, to me, like, you gotta question yourself. Like, yes, the doll is great, but is the doll worth getting even with the huge locker and the price point. So yeah, you just gotta, see if it's really worth it to you, for the price point, and also like with it really depends on your current space situation. But like if you don't have a lot of space, those big lockers, those big plastic lockers will be a factor for sure in whether or not you might want to get these at all. So yeah, I think if they came without these huge lockers, I would get them immediately. But because they do, it definitely makes me, double think it. Like, are they really worth it or not? And lastly, yes, we are getting a brand new Monster High live action movie. It is in development at Universal Pictures in collaboration, obviously, with Mattel. Now, who's producing it, who's writing it, directing it, etc.? There's no real information as of right now. There's no writer appointed or director. So far, we just know who's, I guess, producing it, I think. So yeah, we don't have really any information on the plot, on the theme, on the, like anything like that, nothing. Just that Universal, and it's going to be made by Universal Pictures. So that already is kind of a big deal. One, because obviously, Mattel, with the success of Barbie the movie, they're trying to, piggyback on that success with all their other toy IP, one of which obviously is Monster High. Now, because of that, I definitely think that with this live action movie in particular, we're not going to be seeing a kid focused or, like kiddified version of Monster High characters. No, I do think that these will be based more in like an adult direction, especially because they do mention that they are trying to take the IP in a brand new direction, and also like the story, they're going to do something new with it that we haven't seen before. And just to make it clear, this movie is, again, Universal Pictures, and is not connected whatsoever with the Nickelodeon live action movies. I know it's like very confusing, but like the Nickelodeon live action movies are their own thing, and this live action movie will be its own thing completely. The Nickelodeon ones were obviously based in G3 canon, and this new live action movie at Universal Pictures will presumably be based in G1 lore. So I'm pretty sure because that's where they're gonna see that's where most of the success comes from, and not G3. And I think also G3 has found its place with Nickelodeon, so obviously they wouldn't want to like get messy with like, oh no, G3 canon, no, you're gonna do G1 for sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's just, like, why not? Like, they know it's the most successful generation, so they're gonna do that one. So now that we know kind of like a little bit, let's talk about like who is gonna get cast. Ooh, I don't know who's gonna get cast. I do think that for the most part we'll probably see like unnamed actors, like not like huge, there won't be any huge stars, I don't think. Maybe there will be like a couple of, name actors to get like people excited, but I don't think like Frankie will be played by, like anyone that we know so far, like, like an A-list celebrity or something like that. Like, I think there's a good chance that most of these characters will be played by, newcomers, like, like newcomer actors, just like what they did with the Nickelodeon ones. And I do think the scale and production and budget will be definitely higher with this live action movie for sure. The costumes, the wigs, it will all look just way better and polished and just more expensive, hopefully. I mean, yeah. So I'm very excited. Obviously, we have so many Monster High movies, but this is gonna be the first one that's gonna have the full-on Hollywood treatment, hopefully. So I'm excited. I have high hopes for this. Obviously, I'm also ready to be disappointed, but I definitely think that we should be open. Like, I feel like this could be very, very exciting. But what do you think, and what are your hopes for this live action movie? Like, what direction should they go in? What kind of plot should they have? And who should be the protagonist? That's very interesting, because G1 we had Frankie be the protagonist, G2 Draculaura, G3 was Claudine. So what's gonna happen with this live action movie? So what do you think? But that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to. And of course, so you don't miss out on a post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.